ты, прикольно. Мне такое начало больше нравится. Да, после Скайрима. Типа на карете. Но не смертный. Блин, а что у меня за графика в этой игре сейчас стоит? Синхронизация включена. Ваш дневник, хорошо. Это сложно, думаю, повыше. Это то же самое почти, что и хитбокс. Только хитбокс это у определенного объекта, а коллизия это, скажем, проходимость тоже это к коллизии относится. Ну вот, видишь. Да. Наконец-то его собрал. Танюш, я... Они могут начать лагать, то есть ты начнешь пересекаться с персонажами, и анимация вот так вот начнет дергаться там и т.д. и т.п. Так вот, это, понимаешь, оно автоматически должно приятно так отталкивать, типа сжиматься. В общем, это очень тонкая настройка, и там очень большая вероятность, что у них будут лететь к чертям анимации персонажей. Тактики, ну я не знаю, типа блокировать друг друга, там, убийцу, тактики. Короче, я его новую игру запустил, я хочу на нее посмотреть, Таня. Нет, не надо меня на ДБД отвлекать. У меня вон есть повозка, есть лошади. В подвале, да, во время эндгейма точно не подумал. Так, ладно, дайте. Где журнал в этой игре? Задание. Ага, я маленький, оказывается. Я должен поговорить с папой. Питательность мяса. написанная записка. Ну, владыка, создатель, услышит твой звук. FPS до 40 просил. Ничего себе. Ничего себе. Ярко солнце. Это нет, это не за солнце. Папочка.
Oh, hey there. I didn't see you coming. So, how did it go? Did you find it?
Там вроде есть русская озвучка. Ну, наверное, ну и к черту. Какая разница, русская озвучка, не русская.
Where are we? We're at home, silly. Where else would we be? Just mommy, sister, you and me. Now tell me, how did it go? Did you find it?
Чувак, почему тебе бревна? Кровью?
No? Pity. Maybe you're... Oh, well, who knows? Say, why don't you go inside and see if you can help Mommy with the cooking? The Creator was kind to us today and sent a big, fat elk right in front of my bow. All right?
Забери колоду. Может быть, он просто Вася Оливия. С мамочкой поговорим. Папочка, мамочка. Ух ты. Просто набор вилок, ложек, что-то. Блин. Ладно, допустим, Кто-кто? Оглушение, стан. Удержание на месте. Как-то так. Пикантный пирог от папочки. Мясной. 900 грамм мясного фарша. Щепотка сахара. О, сердце. Человек. Чеснок. Я опять как будто в родстве вернулся и каннибалом стал. Блин, какой ты папочка страшный, просто насвистываешь.
My, I totally forgot what a mess I left here. But I was right, wasn't I? A real gem we've got here. Well then, let's waste... What? Now would you look at that? I totally forgot about them. They're dead, don't you remember? You murdered them back then, both of them. But hey, no use crying over spilled milk, right? At least this means there's more meat for the two of us. You still remember how to do this, right? First, off with the skin. I'll look for a nice sharp knife in the meantime to cut off the head. I don't think either of us wants to eat that.
Нравятся такие моменты, Тань, смотри. Ты уже в бой пошла. Тут типа варианты ответа разные. Можно выбрать. Но они все одинаковые. То есть как бы как передать, что в голове у персонажа только одна мысль. Если ты просто один вариант ответа дашь, это будет, ну, типа, нет у тебя выбора. А если вот их несколько, 3 варианта, но все с одной и той же репликой, это круто, потому что, ну, вот у персонажа только эта мысль в голове, прям вот полностью его голову заняла. Хорошо, вот эмоции передают. Я просто такое редко видел. Какая себе.
Oh, silly, what's this again? We both know that's a lie. You did it. I remember it all.
Ладно, все.
First, you set this horrible fire to your sister's crib. She screamed and screamed, and Mommy heard it, but when she finally got... Oh gosh, do we really need to go through this again? You know how... You killed them, period. No matter how often you tell me you didn't, it changes nothing. You hear me? Nothing. Now please, let's start cooking. I'm so bloody damn hungry. Oh, by the Creator's name, why are you telling these lies? Isn't it enough that you murdered us? Do you really have to bother me over and over with your stupid, pathetic, and pointless whining? You know, sometimes I wish the Creator would have made me just a little less merciful. Just a little less pious. Because then I would have realized that you were tainted by sin long before any of this had ever happened. And instead of raising you, feeding you, and loving you like a father does, I would have put you in the horse trough right after you were born. Yes, I should have killed you. I should have just killed you. Just like you killed us. And now, you think you're safe because we're all under the earth, don't you? Well, listen up, my child. You are wrong. And do you know why? Because the dead don't forget. Do you hear me? The dead don't forget. Now enough of this useless chatter. I'm bloody starving. Bring me the meat, you spoiled brat. Bring it to me. Bring me a nice crisp piece of meat. 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 Bring me a nice crisp piece of meat.
Блин, вот это круто. Вот это начало. Вот это вот низкий рип какой-то. Это так классно. Я уже хочу узнать.
Let's begin with a question. It might sound simple to you at first, but I pray you to think about it. What distinguishes a free man from a slave? For now, however, let us start this story where another one ended 3 years ago, with the death of the Lightborn. For 4,000 years they had reigned over this world, 7 arcanists who, through their magic, had acquired eternal life. In a time of chaos, they gave mankind what they thought it needed most, to be ruled over with an ironclad, fair hand. Within just 1 century, they united the shattered lands, and a single century later, their human origin was forgotten. They became gods, or Lightborn, as they let themselves be worshipped as. Yet the longer they reigned, the louder the voices grew that accused them of tyranny. The loudest being that of Naranzul Aranthi. And he succeeded in achieving what was once thought impossible. He gathered an army, overturned the Lightborn, and gave back freedom to mankind. However, the price for this was high, because where there are gaps of power, fights erupt. As such, this world grew into what it is today, shattered, riven, and broken into pieces. But all of this was merely a diversion, so that no one would notice something else. The death of the Lightborn had set something into motion, a clockwork, having long stood still. Its gears now once again slowly began to turn. This is the story of someone who wanted to be free.
Затянутая экспозиция, но после такого прикольного начала и классной музыки на фоне.
Shh! Hey!
это нормально
Quiet, damn it!
смотрелось.
You wanna wake up the entire ship or what?
Ой, да ладно, опять корабль. Привет, Моровит.
Well, sorry. That was a bit harsh. I'm just nervous. It was that dream again, wasn't it? Uh-huh. Seriously, if we had a penny for every night since we met where you woke up screaming, we'd probably be traveling to Enderal in our own starship, and some things never change, I guess. Do you ever ask yourself if maybe you blame yourself for all of this? For what happened to your family, I mean?
Какие ублюдки из храма, конечно, что-то вот такая подача истории. Может, в этом и есть моя вина, но даже если так, то какая разница, давай.
None. You're right. But who knows? It's strange, isn't it? The way life sometimes goes. Now, if you had told me that a few weeks ago, I would have at the very... But if the stories are true, there's no better place for a fresh start. Can you believe it? Apparently there are... Only this whole blind passenger thing is making my head ache.
Если корабль плохо охраняется, не наша
Not
проблема.
our fault. Damn it, we're thieves. Frauds. And unlike you, I actually have a problem with... But anyway, what's done is done. I just hope the Endralians are easier on Outlanders than the Neremes are. Your mother was a fugitive as well, wasn't she? Where exactly did she come from? You've told me 100 times, but I just keep on forgetting it.
Формируем персонажа. Ой, господи. Война с комарами.
Реально, меня всю закусал.
Это ты дверь открыла на какой-то фиг. Ну да.
И тут.
Ну да. Я вечером дверь закрыл. Зачем ты ее открывал? Да боже, как я люблю эти ползунки. Кто не знает. Ёлки-моталки. Что это за шнурок добавим. Только настраивал, привык такой. Короче, темноса, хреноса, все там будет, назад там будет, там будет носа. Ну давай посмотрим, какие часовые есть. Да, Ничего себе, одна рыба. Да я вижу. С такой Филадельфией за рисом соскучишься. Да нет, что ты. Короче, я вот вообще всем доволен. Короче.
Araziel. Right, how could I have forgotten? She was one of the... Anyway. Whew, I'm gonna hit the hay for an hour or so. It's your turn to stand... Wait.
Да у него
You hear that?
Связаны руки, что у меня связано?
Shit! Someone's coming!
Women nowadays just don't want a man to court them anymore. That's the problem. I tell you, sometimes I long for the good old days, back when I could lift a skirt and nobody would bat an eye. Anyway, enough of the chit-chat. Now, where did I put that key?
Светильник, бля.
Oh, blazes, what do they want down here? The lamp! Quickly! Put out the lamp! Good. Now, quiet.
Ah, here we go. Man, smells like Vaughtier's balls down here. Say now, what's that chest supposed to look like?
Small, with the crest of the Blue Island Coalition on it, I think.
Ah, yeah, right. Black Guardian knows what the captain wants it for this shortly before arriving. You go look upstairs. I'll see if I can find it down here.
Okay.
Oh, shit. They don't leave us any choice. We need to do something quick. You take on the old guy, I'll take the young one. Go!
Wrong time, wrong place!
Through to the face! Come on, dodge! You can do it!
Don't regret this!
Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. That wasn't part of the plan. Not at all. Oh, what in blazes are we going to do now? Yes, of course, that makes sense. With a little luck, no one will notice they're gone until then. Come on, help me search. There must be a rope or something. And I thought we were over the hump when we made it on board. It just can't ever easy, can it?
Poor lost souls. The probabilities have turned against you.
What the? Who are you?
You are confused by my sudden appearance. But my identity is irrelevant, as are you, dear Sirius. Unfortunately.
What? Oh shit, please don't tell anyone we're down here, please. We didn't mean any harm. These guys were just...
You ask that I not reveal you, for your intentions were not evil. And I believe you. But sadly, it's not compassion that rules my deeds. The first beat of a wing must happen. It is the only way the probabilities will fall into place. This is the way it has to be. The way it has been for eons. I am sorry.
What the? Oh no! No! What are you doing, please? Please don't leave! We just wanted to...
Хорошо, что я туники успел захавать. Не гоняться.
After we had left Ostin, the two of you hid in the cargo and lived on our stocks.
Блин.
Then when Rick and Sebald found you, you gave them a beating. And all of a sudden, a veiled woman appeared and knocked you out with wild magic. Is that about it?
Yes, I know it sounds crazy, but it's the truth. Please, my dame, we didn't have a choice. You've got to believe us, the war, we just wanted a second chance, that's all.
A second chance. Yes, I think I understand you. You wanted to start a new life in a new land. And as my ship is one of the only ships still sailing the route since the wars, you were simply forced to board without pay.
Yes, we could work for you, you know? We could scrub the deck, peel potatoes, anything to pay off our debt.
And as soon as we've arrived...
Heartbreaking. How truly, truly heartbreaking. But let's be honest. You did have a choice. You could have signed on like all the others did, but you didn't. Instead, you've nested on my ship like flesh maggots, enjoying the good life while my crew actually had to earn their keep. And now you're feeding me this bullshit about veiled women and wild magic? How stupid do you think I am? I know your kind. You are cutthroats, filchers. At least have the guts to admit it.
What? No. You're wrong. Please, just let me explain. I
don't give a shit for your explanations. If there's one thing I hate more than cowards, it's people trying to pluck my heartstrings. You two are scum. And there's only one kind of punishment for scum on my ship. Pull him up, Ruger.
But Captain, they...
Do it.
Of course, Captain. I'm sorry, lad. You should have stayed in their room.
But... You can't do this.
Oh, believe me, I can.
No,
Oh, well, look at that. Someone's woken up. Rise and shine. Tie him and his friend together and feed them to the fish. Good luck in your new life, friend.
Вот. Сириус тоже так подумал.
Tell me, what is time to the dead? Dreaming anyway.
So many people just talk, and
How
never...
does it feel to be powerless?
This is about your damn pride, Tina.
I know I'm not real. At least not according to your definition.
I know damn well I'm Tina.
It's just... There was nothing I could do.
This isn't happening. But then again,
this just isn't happening.
What is reality anyway?
Selfish fool!
Кажется, лучше, чем Skyrim.
Забыли меня похитить.
Под водой. Красиво. Вау. видишь, фермерские побережья. Куда же мы еще? Домашние генералы, фермерские побережья. Я бы попробовал. Где наши мысли? пусто, где мясо красивое? Я что, блин, бил просто так? КП терял. Красное яблоко. мелочи. Я такой народ. Чё ты, станет как изи поднять. Вот так изи забыл. Пойдемте в храм. Свет как падает, так прикольно. Да, это ж не было.
Нет, 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 Чмиха, ну ты чё, блядь?
Грибочки, грибочки. Нормально так уселся. Хороший пол. Чё мне здоровье? И чё, не сыр? Ну, это вот и себе. Сын. Ну да, там это сын почему-то вроде всяких мелочь. Вау. Это плохо или нет? Это плохо или нет? Наверное, плохо. Что это плохо? Забираем все. Тут чародейское. Может, кто-то шел. Может, можно почитать, что ли, будет. Когда значение достигнет 100, вы умрете. и... Молодцы. А, это спорт через еще. Что бомбит кого-то в комнатах. Грибочки. Типа как это? Опять спать. Хватит. Я нашел. Здесь. Здесь. То есть это не считает, более труп. Я правда на тебе денег не нужно. Я пытаюсь прочитать все. Что-то проследил. Да, меня тоже всего комары искусали. Понятие. Мне он знакомым не кажется. Ледяные когти, их можно найти в вашем Эндаре без размера пищи, приносим вес на одну единицу после поедания. Типа навсегда? Или чё? Пища. 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 На коготь. Окей. Ох, я тебя ношу там. Как красиво. Человеческое сердце, человеческое мясо. Любимое кушанье пап. руда, блин. Идите фокус. Ага, какие фокус. Где я магом-то играл? Помнишь? Играл магом в этом Каримбя. Маг я был, да. Хороший босс, хороший. Если бы его получше видно было, когда я скрытно подкрадывался. Ой, о, дейлики пошли. Мне нравится такой фэнтези. Да ладно, чё, все, ограничения, да? Да, без ограничений не можете удержать меня. Задом пройду. Собаки. Еще разобьюсь. Ладно.
Блядь, еще экран стоит.
Ладно, короче, я понял, башню не дойти какую-то.
Сука, я все сейчас поскидываю. Нормально совершенно.
Да помню, помню. Ты не жаловалась, а довольная была. Чё за звуки? Еще куда-то нас пружины. Какие ловушки использовать? Может мне плутать? Ударить. Просто надо самому понимать сначала, что это. Бля. Рано какой-то. Ой, я, наверное, уже загружусь.
Сука!
Моментальная загрузка.
Сука, нахуй, блядь!
думаешь, она не знает? Что, отдала? Ого, бродяга, может, ты несчастная, я счастливый, что ее нашел. Воплощение жизни. О, нормально. Нормально. Воплощение жизни хорошо. Воплощение жизни нет. Укладывает лихорадку. Давай выносить свой этот чемодан. Его история важна, интересная, не знаю, короче. Какие суровые бои? Суровые. Лисички, волчички. Где-то там зараз. Ой, да блин, да где тут броня-то? Ёпта. Это
Now would you look at that? I knew I'd seen someone scramble. What brings you here, my sir? Who am I? Finn Delires, apothecarius by my path. Pleased to meet you. And you are at Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. Where are you from? But wait, don't tell me. I know that accent. Nerim, isn't it?
There we go. Everything's locked up. At least for the night we should. Wait a second. Who's that?
Just an adventurer on his way. No reason to worry.
No reason to worry? For heck's sake, Finn. How do you know that this guy isn't with the bandits? You said you'd call me if anyone showed up. And now you're standing here, having a chat with him as if this were the bathing house of Ark.
Lo and behold, we are still alive. Now, is there anything else, Carbos?
I've got my eye on you. Touch any of our stuff, and you'll regret it.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
May I present Carbos, as he lives and breathes. Sorry about that just now. That's just how he is. In any case, if you don't need any more help, I'd suggest you move on. Follow the way east behind the dam house. It'll lead you to a village called Riverville. Ah, here, take this. Truth be told, you don't look so healthy. Your eyes... well, whatever. Well, what can I tell you? This is the Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. A pretty peaceful area. Except for all the animals and, well, that's pretty much it. I think you should ask the people in Riverville if you want to know more. They certainly have some stories to tell. To an adventurer? If you ask me, what you need before you adventure anywhere is some good old-fashioned shut-eye. But yes, it was once an old trading post, but now it's full of shady characters. Ah, and there's also a big Pyrian ruin south of it. By the Black Guardian, you really are. My role designated to me by Malthus. A kind of calling, if you will. Not exactly. Malthus designates our place in society. Generally, I walk the path of the erudites. And there's also the manufacturers, the sublimes. Within these roles, we are free to choose a profession. But certain vocations that are available to an erudite are not permitted to a manufacturer. Which, however, below does not mean that it is in any way inferior. Everyone on Enderal does what they do best. And who would know better than the gods what exactly that is? In the folly of my youth, I might have thought about it, yes. But then I realised that half of what goes wrong, I am interested in living the righteous path and to contribute to the preservation of my people. That's enough for me. And only the faithful will be granted the eternal paths upon death. Men or women who have never received the path consecration, or those who have broken their path. Brigands. And over here, there's a rumour that the Golden Queen has a weakness for men in gowns. Seriously, be careful with that kind of gossip. I know you don't mean any harm, but there are a few who might consider maybe. But if I look at other countries, even within the civilized world, it's hard to find a people as peaceful as ours. There's something peculiar about you. I don't know how else to say it. I would examine you. Who knows? Maybe you caught something in that temple. Us? Oh, nothing spectacular, I'm afraid. You should stop by one day if you're in the area. Someone who scours Pyrian ruins and survives could surely be useful to the apothecary and help us find some things. Yeah, why not? Show me what you've got. Maybe I have some things you can use.
Так, как тут продавать? Вот так вот. Где тут весь хлам? Хлам, кажется, здесь. Да. Сколько там у тебя золота? 120. Охренеть, полез. Книги, кубок, лопата. Металлолом. Ма? Схему не продал. Ой, блин, чувак, он засрался. Ничего себе цены. Типа можно было бы... Чё, скачу, что надо. Кстати, да. Есть книга.
Don't mention it. I wish you a quick recovery and safe roads. Walk blessed. Carbos, do we need the still tomorrow? Or can I clean all the tools?
Blazes, Finn, I'm playing. Don't bother me.
I guess that means no. By the righteous path? What happened to you? You look as if you've met the Black Guardian himself. Fever? Well, there could be many causes. Wait a moment. I think I still have some grunt root. Take a seat at the fire. The warmth might help you.
Oh, so now we're brewing potions for complete strangers.
Well, if the strangers are about to die of fever, then yes. There was that oath we swore once, remember? To help the afflicted, to...
Whatever.
Thank you. Gruntroots, gruntroots. Ah, here we go. So, let's see. Sheer cap, some water. Ha! Done. I can't make any promises,
Shit.
but...
Finn! The still!
Explosion. I'm not sure.
Great.
Ha ha. Do something, damn it! Do something! Oh, sod it.
Do I really have to watch every step you take? That was a fucking close call.
Hey, I'm sorry, alright. We'll pick up a new one in Ark.
Yeah, and you're paying for it. Here I thought this bloody day couldn't get any worse.
This day isn't getting any better. Here, see? You already look a lot better. Still, you should let a priest take a look at that fever as soon as possible. The grunt root potion will wane in a few days. What? You mean the still? Bad quality, and too much heat, I'd wager. But, explosion. I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Finn Dalaris. Died in 8234. Cause of death, exploding still.
Ha ha. Look, I really don't know what you're talking about. Maybe...
Wait a second. What was that? I could have sworn I saw something moving over there. Oh, shit!
What the? Carbos!
They've hit me, Finn. Those bastards. They've hit me.
Carbos, do something, damn it!
Это уже с пушки жахнули. Такое ощущение.
Now look at that. Our mysterious survivor has awoken. Jaspar Matumiel Delveric. Jaspar for short. And you, my friend, are at my very own campsite. Before you ask, yes, the bandits killed both of the The only reason you're still alive is that the impact of the explosion threw you right into the thicket. Most of your injuries are only superficial, but your fever, well, that's a different story. I was on the perimeter, and no, I didn't help, for two reasons. One, I was outnumbered. Two, I'm quite fond of my entrails. I wish I had a more heroic answer, but I don't. Sorry. Quite a lot, actually. You're suffering from Arcanist's fever. Honestly, I'm surprised the old apothecarius didn't see that. Let me guess, you're suddenly capable of doing things you previously knew only from the bard songs. You're unusually strong, you have reflexes like a cat, and drinking potions or any kind of magically infused substance leaves a bitter Well then, congratulations. Your magical talent just blossomed. A bit late, given your age. Put simply, the fever is a result of your body not being able to... That's not much of a problem for now, but if you don't let an Arcanist treat you sometime soon, things are going to get grim. Contain it, not cure it. From here on out, you're always going to be a little more sensitive than someone without magical gifts. But that's tolerable compared to what your magic will allow you to do. Prone to certain conditions. As I said, your fever will get worse if you drink healing potions. But you'll also be a lot more susceptible to nightmares and those kinds of things. Also, you should be very cautious of areas with magical contamination, such as Thalgard in the east. Well, there's ambrosia, but for an uncontained fever, it'll only... Later, you can drink it whenever the fever gets worse. The stuff looks and tastes like undead sweat, and is bloody expensive, but it's the only thing that really helps. You have visions? Not that I know of. The only visions I've ever had are those that come along with a good pipe. You know what? As I said, someone needs to contain your fever as soon as possible. And as it happens, but in return, I want you to tell me everything. What did you do in that temple? And what's the story with those... I can't put my finger on it, but there's something strange about you, and that intrigues me. Well then, the stage is yours. I see. My condolences for your loss. So, let me summarize. You somehow survived getting thrown into the open sea, and while you were half dead, had this dream in which you saw burnt bodies and a blinding light? Huh. And you also said that your magic didn't develop gradually, as it usually does, but all at once, right? Well, that's quite the story. I guess you know how absurd it sounds, but... Alright, it's settled then. I'll introduce you to my employer. Before we leave, however, there's something else I need to take care of, and I could use a hand. The sooner we get that done, the sooner we can make for Ark. Ark? Walls high as towers of iron-hard stone rest alone in the mountains in granite enthroned. You're going to see it soon. Well, aren't you curious? I work for the Holy Order. Yeah, but they're more than just a military unit here. Enderal belongs to Malphas, the guardian god, and the Order answers directly to him. In other words, they're calling the shots here. No king, no queen, no council, just an order of noble warriors always looking so stern and joyless that you might think they're struggling with constipation. Splendid! You'll need some information before you can help me, though. I take it the fact that Vin has seen better times hasn't eluded your attention, has it? For the last 2 years, there have been wars and unrest everywhere. And even though in Enderal there's officially peace, there are peculiar things happening here, too. Normally docile animals and Batirs attacking wanderers in the open. The dead awakening in hordes. It's unsettling, to say the least. The strangest thing, however, is the Red Madness. Yeah, the rumors. I've heard them too. And I could indeed imagine that they're true, and that there's a connection, yes. As I said, maybe. If you ask me, the Lightborn were never more than imposters anyway. False gods. Well, they usually leave the thinking to their holy order. But as much as I hate to say it, maybe it's better this way, at least for now. A spiritual crisis is the last thing this country needs at the moment. Oh, I'm hardly representative. I've seen that a long life is only one of the... and the false deity theory isn't that new, after all. Seriously, say the Lightborn really are as mighty as the revelations say they are. Wouldn't they have the power to call down lightning on me right here and right now, to punish me for my insolence? No. The Lightborn were immortal kings, and that's all. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings. We're going to get along but we digress. Yeah. It's some kind of mental illness that makes people lose their mind. Just a couple... He was drunk, but that doesn't explain why he screamed things like, "Fear the light," while he was doing it. Or a young woman of noble path who set her own house on fire, while her family was asleep. Now, you might say that these kinds of things happen, but by now there have been more than a dozen incidents in a very The fact that the afflicted's eyes glow red while they go rampant has made people call the disease the Red Madness. Thing is, some weeks ago it happened again, only this time it was a magister from the Holy Order itself. A teacher who instructs the novices aspiring to become keepers. His name was Yarrow, a man with more than 60 winners on his back. Well, according to the sole survivor, he entered the teaching room that day as usual, but instead he gave a strange kind of speech where he kept going on about how mankind is corrupted. Then his eyes started glowing, he locked the door, and blew himself up in a magical explosion. Yes, it is. I'm not one for vows and austerity, so no. My specialty is recovering lost things. Treasures, tomes, memories, and the like. And the Order hired me to do just that. They want to know how a man like Yarrow could fall victim, and thus if there's something like a pattern to this malady. Doesn't matter. Yarrow grew up in a small village not far from here, and according to the Order, he visited it quite often after. What I want your help with is finding clues as to why he did what he did. What do you think? Great! First of all, I want you to travel to Riverville and talk to an old man named Alfred, a childhood friend of Yarrow's. Ask him what he... Secondly, a farm boy told me that he saw Yarrow throw something into the sea during his last visit there. The winds have been blowing inland the last couple of days, so go search the shorelines. I myself will take a look at the house Yarrow... Ah, and here. This is a map of the region. So, unless there's anything else, just meet me at the farm when you're done.
Сейчас приготовить. Нифига себе, у меня тут от фермерских побережья вот сюда такая маленькая карта получилась. Не, ну норм. Понятно. Где тут синенькая точка, которая отмечает? Непонятно. Ага. Синенькая точка тут. Понял. Все, наконец-то открытый мир, можно путешествовать. Окей.
Never walked back on the road from the aged man's abode. Oh, blazes. Sorry. I know. I can't sing.
Короче, сейчас сделали, знаешь что? Я думала, это невероятно. Ну, там проверяли, становилось 4 человека. Вместе, они насквозь пролетают, смотри-ка. Буквально 2 секунды. Смотри. Видишь?
Но оно тут не насквозь, это хитбоксы накладываются друг на друга, и они получают оба урон.
Нет, раньше не было.
Хитбоксы правят тут, поэтому я тебе и говорю. Засада! Реально засада. Камон, серьезно.
Now look at that. Our mysterious survivor has awoke. Just spawned. The only reason you're still alive is that the impact of the I was on the... I wish I had a more heroic answer. Quite a lot. You're unusually strong. Well then, put simply, it's not much of a problem for now. Contain it, not cure it. Also, you should be very cautious of areas with magic. Well, there's later, you can drink it whenever the... You have visions? But in return, I can't put my finger... Well then, the stage is yours.
Черт побери. Да ну
See. My condolences for your loss. So, let me summarize. You somehow survived getting thrown into the open sea. And while you were and you also... Well, alright. Before we leave, however, there's something... Ark? Walls? You're going to see it soon. Well, aren't you curious? I work for the Holy Order. Yeah. In other words, they're calling the shots here. No king. Splendid. You'll need some information before you can help me, though. I take it the fact that Vin has seen better times hasn't eluded your attention, has it? For the last 2 years, there have been wars and unrest everywhere. Huh? Treasure hunter. That has a nice... But let's just say, I help people to fulfill certain materialistic desires of theirs. Just like the... You do. But let's save the socializing for later, okay? Treasure hunt. But let's just say, I help people to fulfill certain materialistic desires of theirs. Just like the... Maybe. And even though in Enderal there's officially peace, there are peculiar things happening here too. Normally docile animals and vatirs attacking wanderers in the open. The dead awakening in hordes. It's unsettling, to say the least. The strangest thing, however, is the red madness. Yeah, the rumors. As I said, maybe. If you ask me, the light... Well, but as much as I hate to say it, maybe it's better this way. At least for... Oh, and the false date... Seriously, no. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings. But we digress. Yeah, it's some kind... He was drunk. Now, the fact that the thing is, some weeks ago, a teacher who instructs the novices, well, he gave a strange... Then his eyes started glowing, he locked the door. Yes, it is. My specialty is... And the order higher... And thus, if there's some... Doesn't matter. What I want your help with is great. Secondly, I myself will... and here. So, just meet me at the farm when you're done.
Ух, елки-палки, нет, я не прочитаю сейчас. Я на этом остановлюсь.